All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Attack on Titan, Season 4, Episode 16. This is the Part 1 finale.
Here we are. Yep.
We got announced that Part 2 will be coming out in December.
Right.
So we're going to have a
gonna be crazy.
9-month hiatus after this.
Uh-huh.
That's not that bad.
No.
Considering, though, that this will be the finalist final war, after that.
That's
and then
right.
my lastest season of Attack on Titan, you know?
And oh boy, I am so glad that they're taking all that time to just do the second part because yes, just make sure that it's all real good and everything.
Yep.
Spare no expense and all that jazz. But now, right here, right now, where we're at,
Zeke blew himself up.
Yeah.
And he took out Levi. I would say Levi's in one piece, though.
Yes.
Whereas
no,
Zeke
this is Attack on Titan.
Zeke is not in one piece.
Right.
Because he's in Attack on Titan. Right,
yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, that's right.
So being a beast of a Titan, but not a beast of a man,
Yeah. His running skill wasn't that great. It didn't save him, even with the Titan upgrade.
And also, given that we saw all that trauma in the last episode kind of carry over into his ideals and even ideas as an adult.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, boy.
How's this all gonna come together to some kind of meaningful conclusion cliffhanger combination for the final part of Attack on Titan's anime series?
Who knows? But meanwhile, while all that's all going on, there's the whole thing with Eren and Mikasa and Armin and all of that loveliness.
Yeah. It's good stuff. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, and guys, thank you so much for submitting the comments, since we now actually can do this again because we didn't have a double drop like last week.
Right.
But the comments were for the code Eren. We're going to save everyone. So at the end of this one here, we'll do a code for 9 months into the future. Yeah!
There we go.
See who has the most epic comments, the best comments over the extreme hiatus, and then they'll pass their way into the future.
That's
all
right.
right. But guys, we've got a comment from JJ Pluska. Eren, we're going to save everyone. This isn't going to be an original thought by any means, but I loved what the impact of this episode's showing of Zeke's backstory actually was. Up to this point, we knew he wasn't exactly on the side of Marley or Parody, but didn't really know more than that. And the story from Grisha's perspective in Season 3 did just make it seem like Zeke rejected what his parents were pushing on him, the way Grisha rejected what his parents pushed on him. They showed that by a young Zeke and a young Grisha having exactly the same expression. Yes, that was a very cool visual representation of that, and also showing how limited Grisha's perspective was on Zeke,
right?
Because Grisha knew nothing about Xavier, so but it was so much more than that. I don't think Zeke was ever able to fully reject his parents, even after Xavier told him how bad they were mistreating him. Exactly. Hence, he didn't come up with the idea to turn them in. He thought he was just going to die.
Yeah,
and
he would never think
Titan.
of that. Yeah.
He cared about his parents the whole time. He asked them to stop doing dangerous things because he was afraid for their safety. And he didn't turn them in until Xavier told him to. And at the end, Zeke doesn't adopt the ideology of either Marley or the Eldian Restorationists. He saw all the suffering caused by both sides of the conflict and started looking for a way to end it. Yeah, by any means necessary.
Right. Yeah.
And that's the really dark
wouldn't it all
thing
be
about
worth
this.
it then? No one would have to, suffer anymore.
Oh, yeah. But I very much agree. That's a really cool insight there. Lisa, hey, straight from part 2. Eren, we're going to save everyone. A very interesting thing to notice is that in the supposed handshake to conclude the agreement between Zeke and Eren, symbolized by the ball, we don't see Eren catching the ball. The shot just cuts. Did he catch it or did he not? Yeah, that was a really cool kind of way of making it seem like, ooh, is Eren fully on board with this?
Right.
Who knows?
Because their ideologies seem so different. I wish I wasn't born into this world, and I was born into this world.
Right, exactly. So there's an aspect of this where you look at it and go, oh, there's more flashback that we have yet to see, basically. Or it's the other way of looking at it, that this is where Zeke's kind of flashback perspective on it ends. It would make more sense to show things from Eren's perspective a little bit more. And then things would make sense to actually see what happens when he catches or doesn't catch the ball. I mean, I assume he catches
caught the ball. Yeah.
Oh, and then there's an edit to the comment. Also, I recently heard a very interesting sentence. Eren never lies. I think it brings depth and originality to our understanding of Eren's character. Okay. If Eren doesn't lie, but rather says parts of the truth, or twists his sentences so that you or the person he talks to believes in some interpretation. That's a very interesting take on it. I'd love to have your opinion on this. Well, it's kind of like what Pixis was saying earlier, that, you know, the greatest liars basically aren't actually telling a full-out lie.
Right, there's some truth mixed in there.
There's some truth mixed in there.
Right.
So I definitely think anyone never lying is...
Right, it's hyperbole.
It's hyperbole,
but
right.
the idea of, like, with this big change in Eren's character, how do you make it so that it actually feels connected and he's the same person and it's not just it's 4 years later, time skip, whatever, you know, this is who he is now.
Right. The way I would think about it is in terms of Eren's kind of development, it's that Eren has attained truth, basically. In the Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood kind of sense, he has tapped into paths at some point to the point where he has this very distant perspective that makes him feel like he's...
It's very Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah, very, very Dr. Manhattan kind of thing. And yet, we see very much the moments where he has internal conflict.
Right.
At that moment where Willie Tybur kind of says, but I was born into this world.
Yeah.
And there's this, like, this, oh, whoa.
The shock and then that sort of smile, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There's this understanding that he seems to have grasped regarding the nature of this world in a lot of ways. And yet we see the person of Eren coming through in these little moments where he makes decisions that are a bit, I would say, brash and aggressive.
Sure.
But are, at the very least, I would say, somewhat in line with the Eren who we knew back in seasons 1, 2, and 3. You know, for some part there. Mm-hmm. But Eren never lies as a statement. That's curious, but in a lot of ways, I feel like Eren has never had self-awareness until the points where recently we are not getting really first-person perspective on Eren at all.
Right, and
so
if anything, the biggest thing that would seem
there.
like a combating of that statement is his conversation with Armin and Mikasa, because there are points where he really lays into them in such like over the top personal antagonistic kind of ways that it's like, okay, clearly there's got to be something more to this, right?
Yes.
Like this isn't just that, because we know that you didn't always hate them, you know,
right, definitely.
There might have been some part of you that resented them in some small way, but I mean, come on, like, this is the person that forgave Reiner, you know, like, you wouldn't actually be emotionally perturbed by that,
But that's
right?
the kind of thing of where with Reiner, I actually find that to be a really cool comparison there, because Reiner, he said that he and Reiner were the same.
Yes.
They were doing basically...
Well,
Eren was about to do a horrible thing to save the world, basically.
Right. And he said, and it's so funny because he said to Reiner that you had no choice, right? That's what you were brought up to, you know, all that stuff. You had no choice, right? You had to save the world, right?
Yeah.
We're the same.
So I judge you not.
Well, but that's also saying I have no choice, and it was done as a threat thing back then. But then when he's talking to Armin and Mikasa, he's like, "Oh, Mikasa, you're just a slave."
Right. I am free.
I hate
though.
slaves. I am free. It's like,
right.
Well,
which is why I think that when Eren was at that point in Marley before the declaration of war,
that was the last little bit.
He was not free fully. Like he was like, we're not going to go into like percentages here, but there's still a part of him that didn't feel free.
Sure.
And then when Willie Tybur kind of
gives that declaration of war,
like what the full thing was, and mentioned the line that called him back really to Carla, to the whole like just thing here.
Yep.
It just kind of woke him up, and he was like, "Oh no, but we can make our own choices here." Okay, gotcha. And if he had tapped into paths at some point, you know, in the future or in the past with Zeke, you know, then it's something where this was his moment of like, oh, okay, no, I am going to move forward with this. I am free here. And then the Eren that is saying Tatakai in the mirror there has already made the decision, but he's just reinforcing the decision to fight. And the stuff that he did with Armin and Mikasa will probably need a little bit of context eventually on,
because we gotta get to that, right? There's gotta be something else
but not
to
what
it.
he meant by that was regarding whether it was a truth or a lie, because I don't think that's really relevant.
Sure.
I think it's as regards to why he said that as opposed to anything else.
Sure.
And that's where I feel like there's some interesting stuff with the Eren never lies kind of stuff there. And then the final comment from Plasma Crab, cool name. Eren, we're gonna save everyone. One thing I really love about this show is how much the show emphasizes the importance of a relationship between parent and child. I very much agree. There was Annie trying to live up to her dad's expectations. Reiner trying to save the world to make his mom proud. Historia trying to be accepted by her father. Erwin trying to finish what his father started. Eren wanted to kill all Titans to avenge his mother. And the list goes on and on. It's such a simple concept that everybody can relate to, but it's interwoven into this story so well. It seems that Eren rejected the responsibilities that his father put on him, believing that everyone shouldn't have been born into this world. Let's hope that Eren's viewpoint of the line "born into this world" reverts to how his mother used it back in season 3. Can't wait for the next episode. That's the part that I feel like is.
That's the crux of everything.
I feel like that's where we're at, though. I feel like it's already kind of adjusted in some way. It's just, what does a person who is born into this world deserve when it comes to freedom? Because. Sure. Is it just basically the ability to choose to fight? Because that's something that is going to rob a whole lot of people of their freedom.
Right. Yes.
Just keep that in mind, especially when he wield godlike power like that. Yeah. Yeah. So, that's some fantastic comments, y'all. We'll have a code at the end of the discussion here. And then, we will carry those comments 9 months into the future. To you, 9 months in the future. Exactly. Yeah. Or from you, 9 months in the past. Oh, even. Yeah. So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Oh, okay. Are we going to find them? Boy. Oh!
Poor Sean.
Whoa! Nobi, whoa. He's alive. Yeah. Who was that?
Oh my god.
Just a random pure Titan from the forest?
Managed to survive.
Oh! What? What?
I thought they smelled bad. Coming out.
No way! No way! What? Oh, well, here's the OP. Now we get to go, what the?
Safekeeping.
That's some Star Wars Tauntaun. Like, what? How did the Titan, like, not like, want to eat him, though?
Any ideas?
Well, my general thinking is always memeing, of course. Paths, you know?
Right.
But in all seriousness, the Titans could be under some kind of prerogative of his because they had his
like still
spinal fluid, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's a thing of where it's like, they recognize him in the same way that, like,
this one's more obedient than the penis Titan, basically. Like,
well, right, but it's like, they should be able to obey him if he's, like, speaking to them. But that was when he was the Beast Titan and speaking. Yeah. And there's no way he in his human form here, blown in half, is like speaking them in any way that they could hear. So is it like some like link, just because they have his his spinal fluid? It's like just okay, all right, well, above and below. Oh shit!
Oh my god!
Those words, dude! That's some spiritual shit. Yeah, it's possible to be both. Yeah. Oh shit! What's too late? What's too late? Oh my god!
Really has drank the Kool-Aid. Can we also just rip out the bars?
Yeah, let's talk. Let's talk. Yes, I love this. Yes.
Jean's like, hold on.
Oh, you don't want to relive it.
Oh, of course she doesn't.
どう傷つけたのか話してくれ。奴が正気だとしたら何の意味もなくそんなことをするとは思えない。何かそこに奴の真意があるんじゃないのか。
Possibly.
ジークとエレンが接触を果たすまでここでおとなしくしてろ。
Oh my god.
よかったな、イエレン。うまくことが運んで気分がいいだろう。マーレを滅ぼして祖国の復讐を果たす。これがこの島に来た本当の目的だった。
No, that's too small scale.
クリーズ、
俺たちを撃ってイエレナの下僕に昇格したみてえだな。
このチクリ野郎。
God.
子供に肩入れして裏切ったのは
Oh.
お前だろ。
No, don't do that to him. Don't do that to
末
him.
の芋くせえ
No.
女に鼻の下伸ばしやがって。
No. Yeah. Yeah.
俺に毎晩あの女のこと聞かせやがって。バイタが死んで正気に戻るかと思った俺が。
Oh no, you are going to die now.
あのバイタは汚れた。
Oh my god!
彼の非礼をお詫びいたします。もうあなた方を悪魔と罵る輩はこの島に必要はありません。そして信じてください。我々の真の目的は
Yeah, we are.
マーレー
We're going
の
to
空虚な
we're going to do something grander.
Indeed, much more better.
Yeah,
マー
yeah.
レでさえも救う
Yeah.
ことが目的なの
They're
で
gonna do some crazy shit. Oh.
世界を救うジークの秘策、安楽死計画のすべて。
Okay.
Meanwhile, hi Gabby.
Meanwhile, yeah. Hey, don't say that near Yelena. I'm just,
Yeah, it could be a problem.
yeah.
よう、サシャを殺したが
Oh my god! Wait! Whoa!
助けたかったら協力しろ。
What? What?
無線で助けを呼んでもらう。駅内の侵入者が反応を
Oh my god! Wait! Whoa! Oh!
君がエレン・イエー
Whoa! Holy shit!
Here we go.
そのライフルをエレンに向けて
He has zero chill. He's just standing there menacingly. Like, what? Look at him.
エレンポケットから手を出し
Where I can see
従
them.
わなければどうなる。
引き金を引くあなたの脳みそが床に散らばる
それでまだ撃たないのか。今引き金を引かないなら
Yeah, he's not even afraid in the slightest
手を
bit.
ポケットに入れたままだとどうなる。
どうなるか君は知ることはできない
始祖の巨人を殺すことが許可されてない。
Oh my god.
始祖を奪還この後に呼んでもあんたは一旦巨人になってから俺を生かしたまま食わなくちゃいけない。
So who doesn't have time to transform?
引き金から指を外し
Wow! Oh my
巨
god!
違反のツケを払うのはあんただけじゃなくて収容区の家族も一緒だ。
Oh my god!
はい撃てませんあなたを食べることも
Just like that!
と思うし
Just like that!
ピクさんあなたが始祖の力を使えたらマーレを倒せるんじゃないかと思って賞賛もなし
Who thinks about Marley in this point here?
敵に
Yeah.
回したわけじゃないんでしょでも賞賛って始祖の力以外に何かある
And Gabby is just like, what?
だとしたら何が望みだ。
マーレおよび世界から支配されているエルディ
Whoa.
今すぐ私の家族を収容所から
Oh, she just switched sides like that.
私に任期が残されていないことを知った父は悲しみに暮れている
Yeah, yeah.
死ぬ前に
Yeah.
一人残される父に私の手でエ
Oh,
ル
the
ディアの明る
daughter
い未来
doing
を
that
見せ
for
て
the father. That's just
Yep.
heartbreaking.
マーレを叩き潰す必要がある
Wow.
私は何でも協力
Oh my god.
マーレを皆殺しにできるのなら
But you definitely came with the other warriors, right? Like, there's no way you're just here alone,
Right?
襲撃した
right? Yeah, yeah.
ジークさんだったピークさんもなの私たちは何のために戦ってきたの
Again, in front of Gabby. This is good.
世界から認められたらいつかエルディアは解放されるんじゃなかったの
It's not how
あな
this
たもジー
works.
クと同じ裏切り者なの私たちは
Oh, wow, wow,
なんだと
wow.
違う。私たちはユミルのため。
Wow.
これだけが流れようのない事実。
Wake up, girl.
善良なエルディア人であることを証明し続けても、私たちが解放される日は来ない。
It's about freedom.
私たちの力で人権を勝ち取るしかない。
Tatakai.
We were born into this world.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
あんたがこっちに協力
What are you doing, Eren? What's that pose?
何か証拠を見せろ。
Oh!
この町に潜む仲間の位置を。
No way!
どうやって。
この建物の屋上に行けばすぐに指をさせる。
いいだろう。
Whoa! Whoa! Oh my god!
それがジークの安楽死計画。地ならしの抑止力を行使できるよう始祖と王家の継承維持が不可欠なままです。幸いにしてヒストリア女王は世継ぎを授かっております。
Oh.
その子が天命を
Uh-huh.
数名の夢
Wow.
始祖の巨人を継承すれば。
Wow. Wow. Oh.
人類史があと何千年続くことか分かりませんが、これほどの偉業を成し遂げる者がこの先現れるでしょうか。
I'm loving to hear her talk
この
about it.
先何千年も語り継がれる象徴となるのです。
But it's just so horrifying
そうであ
to
る
see her talk about it in such a,
Uh-huh. Yep.
you know, praising way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
どうされましたか。そのような尊いお考えがあったと感動いたしました。それはよかった。嬉しいです。あなたにも分かっていただけて。
I don't. I don't.
安心して。この子もすぐに分かってくれるから。
Yeah, yeah. Older sister Pieck with Gabby. Love it.
よろしくね。
Ah!
Already trying to
Like, oh my god!
get in her little army.
ファルコはどこ？
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Falco's safe. Falco's safe. It's fine. It's fine.
ジークの脊髄液を口にしちまっている。
どういうこと？
What a coincidence.
Yep.
As if it was fate. Yeah.
How do you feel about that,
Yeah.
Gabby?
出会った時からジークは常に嘘をつき続けているように見えていたけど、
Sonotori.
That's our pieck.
That's Pieck for you.
あなたを目の前にして初めて本音を話したから。
Oh. Oh, cool.
俺はお前の理解
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice,
いつかお前
nice.
を救い出してやるからな。
Yeah, he said that with
あなたには
conviction and
特別な
emotion.
能力の秘密も
Yeah.
話したんじゃないの。
No, but he did tell him about the secret asswiping technique.
始祖の巨人の力を引き出すこととつながっているとか。
示せ。敵はど
Oh,
こ。
he's ready to transform at any point.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god. It's about to go down, isn't it? Oh. Oh, that's it. I'm gonna protect you.
そこ。
Oh! 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 Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh! Oh! Whoa! 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 What? What?
Yep.
Holy shit!
Just like episode 5.
Oh my god! Wow, let's go! Jeez!
With the Warhammer and everything.
なんだ。
Wow! And it was all a trap. Nice.
巨人たち動き出した。
So then where's Reiner? Oh my god.
裏切ったんじゃなかったの？
Oh,
ハビー、私が仲間を売るって。
oh wow!
マーレに仕えても私たちに未来はないって。見て。
Whoa!
マーレを信じてない。
Oh shit!
私は一緒に戦ってきた仲間を信じている。
Because it's not just about nations and races, it's about people.
ピークとガリア
There he is.
奴の位置を暴いた。
And just like the first episode of the season.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Goggles and
Yeah.
everything, and
It's gonna drop. Oh my god.
boy.
Please don't end the episode. Please don't end the episode. Please don't end the episode.
ライナー
Oh no! 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 Come on! Come on! It was all build up just to get that.
Just to cuck us at the very end.
Yeah. Please tell me there's some kind
it
of
looks like
credit
there's
sequence.
a. Well,
no,
wait.
it looks
no,
actually
probably
like
not.
completely. Wow, we just got a big just cliffhanger, and they absolutely just pulled the back on the throttle so hard.
Tickled the balls.
And tickled their balls.
And then just
so
cucked.
cruel.
Yep.
So cruel.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
We get nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. So that moment though, when Pieck turns around, points, Jotaro points down, it's like, no, you're the enemy. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's that was so cool.
And Gabby being like, wait, Pieck, what are you talking about?
Yeah, and
first Zeke, what's going on? Yeah, and then grabbing the hand and
the bit though where you can tell that Eren is very much feeling in control of the situation.
Yes.
Like you won't shoot.
Right.
And there's this knowledge of like confidence and like he's so certain.
Right.
Again, my paths paranoia is like, Yeah,
it's the
Except
it's Lad Russo from Baccano being
it
like,
is absolutely Lad
the
Russo,
people that I love to kill the most are the ones who are so sure they're not gonna die.
Yeah.
It's like you want her to shoot him.
Yeah, but the fact that this all leads to a moment where she just puts on the charm, and she turns so quickly in just a way that you're like, oh yeah, and all
she
this
even
stuff.
does the whole thing of like the smile and wave to the other like Jaegerists and stuff, and some of them are like,
she suckered you good.
Yeah, she hustled you good.
And the thing is that's funny. The thing that's funny about this is that Eren still kind of got what he wanted.
Sure.
The main difference here is that she forced him to transform. Because Galliard nearly killed him.
Yeah.
Nearly took the founding Titan right there.
Yep.
And the armored and the attack Titan and
Oh yeah.
Yeah, armored.
Warhammer.
Warhammer.
Yeah.
But just that moment where he bit off like his legs there, and you're just like that was
the poetry.
Oh my
the poetry
God.
of it. I love it so much because there's the whole idea that he tried to do that in Liberio, right? And it didn't work, right? And then of course it got done to him by Mikasa, and it was great. But then
But she came up from the below,
right. But then on top of that, all the way back to episode 5 of Eren just being a bit maybe overconfident, and then all of a sudden Titan comes up from below and bites your leg off.
Yep.
Now he's he's got it leveled up a few times and got some powers under his belt since then. But it's just
and he can transform super fast now. But yeah, the fact that this happened though, I think betrays a little bit of my that's not how paths work, kind of thing, is that Eren is not operating on some prescient, just complete awareness of what's going on. This is something that could have led to him dying. Could have led to him being eaten, consumed, and the founding Titan going to Galliard. And that was that close.
And the problem in Eren's situation is that since he has all of the Titans in the one body,
right? He's a single point of failure.
There's a single point of failure. There's no one really that can save him, right? He doesn't have an Ackerman on his
really
side
that can
anymore.
Stop him either,
right? But if Galliard had gotten lucky there,
at
that point it's like, all right, let's bugger off. We got what we needed. So long.
We win. No one can chase after him. Basically.
Yeah, exactly. It's
and
just
they have Zeppelins for an escape attempt. So they're basically saying, hey, remember that thing that we did in episode 1 of season 4 where we dropped Titans in there? Yeah, we might be doing that again.
Yeah, I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
But also, we're going to take a little bit of the learning from your enemies thing here, and we'll have maybe some extra Zeppelins specifically for getting away.
Sure.
Because remember, there ain't no Titan that can fly, so
that's right.
Titans are on the way out technologically. So get bent. We're gonna drop the armored Titan in here like a meteorite, and he's gonna. He's coming in. He's coming in with the He's gone through a bit of a character
you think
journey in this
just
season.
a little bit.
But not only that, he's coming back to save Falco and Gabby.
Yep.
You think Big Brother Reiner isn't fully motivated and here and ready to die for them? Like, he will put everything into this. So this
even after what happened in Liberio, right? And then he gets up to fight, right? It's like he was gonna go, right?
Like our hot boy Reiner, he's ready. Yeah. I'm so hyped for this because this will be Armored Titan versus, Eren like 2.0.
Yeah.
But it will be even better because it's literally going to be 3-on-3.
Right. 3-on-3.
Like
he has the
3-on-3.
Warhammer Titan, which is a big problem, but they aren't coming in staggered like they were before.
Right.
Because that was one of the big problems in Liberio,
Yes.
right? That's why the
They weren't
Warhammer even got
coordinated.
eaten, right? They weren't coordinated. The fact that
And that
Yelena was able to...
That was because the Beast was betraying them.
The Beast was
And they didn't
betraying
know it.
them. Yelena was able to separate them, and then Pieck had to get her gear on.
Yep.
So it was Warhammer at first, just by itself.
Yeah.
Then Porco comes in, Jaw
Right.
Titan, right? And then Pieck comes in. Oh, and then Beast Titan comes in, but it's betrayal and all that stuff.
The crazy part about this episode,
And Eren had
is that this
Ackermans
is
and the scouts.
right. This is all being framed basically around the idea that, well, maybe they can get Eren to, like, maybe they can beat him in a physical fight. The main issue that I really have with the idea of actually fighting him is that really the only advantage they maybe have is that maybe those Zeppelins can, like, they have some kind of, like,
Long-range guns,
anti-Titan long-range guns mounted onto the sides.
60mm cannons.
Start firing at him. But Shiganshina is going to get torn to shit.
Oh,
with
yeah.
Effectively 4 Titans with one of them being 3,
And then there's still the nuke below it all that is Armin.
Well, Armin, I don't think will transform unless it is really that dire. The Armin thing I want to talk about, we'll talk about in a second here, but they briefly kind of touched back on with Zeke, and then Hanji and a flock going out looking for them. But they heard the Thunder Spear go off. Zeke is like barely alive. Barely alive.
Yep.
He is completely like
his
on the
spinal
edge
fluid
of
is
death.
probably soaking the ground right now.
Right, but they have this sweet little moment where we're like, oh my god, wait, is a pure Titan gonna eat him? And it's just gonna ruin everything right there.
Yeah, sudden backstory,
for him and Eren.
like...
And then, nope, this thing tauntauns itself, tears open its own stomach, shoves him in there, and just goes running off.
And you know what's crazy about it, too? Is that, if you think about it, that is genius. Because Titans regenerate.
Yeah.
Their blood disappears. In a few minutes, that Titan, you will have no way of knowing that Zeke is inside it.
Yeah, exactly.
No way of knowing. And okay, maybe, there's a Titan, so we kill it, right?
Right.
But even then, it'll take a while to disappear, to evaporate or whatever. Okay. It's not like they're going to be, like checking through its remains. They wouldn't think that it would stuff Zeke in its belly.
So Zeke has this bit, and I usually do this for the podcast on Mondays, which, by the way, come check out our deep dives on the Attack on Titan episodes
and that'll be
on Twitch. Links in the description, 3 p.m. Pacific time. But there's this, there's this little bit where he kind of goes, am I dying? And he, like sees in the darkness this girl, kind of has a bit of almost an Armin kind of look.
Sure, yeah.
Blonde.
Yeah, femme Armin, kind of.
Yeah. I actually, I have some idea. I'm gonna save that for the podcast, but
okay.
But that's a little bit interesting. But then, just the fact that he got away like that is such a crazy way.
After everything,
to completely ruin everything Levi did,
and the sacrifice of all his comrades and everything.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, nah.
Yeah, but Eldia is being reborn through Yelena and the Jaegerists.
They're already doing armbands.
They're already setting up armbands. Now,
as far as
if their plan actually goes through and Eren is actually on board with it, which I don't put him above more than like a 40 or 50% chance of actually being on board with that. Because again, it feels almost as weird, Eren being on board with that, as it does for Armin to cry genuinely about how noble the euthanization plan is.
Right. It's like Crimson King, is that you?
Exactly.
You pulling something here?
Yeah.
Which would be thematically appropriate given what Pieck was doing and everything, but Yeah,
Yeah.
it seems very odd.
It feels like the kind of thing where he is trying to do a pieck, basically, here, where he's like, oh, well, I want to try and, prove that I'm on your side and maybe get out of here as fast as possible. Just
And who knows?
be involved. But
If he is, maybe it would have worked if there literally wasn't like
a big
intruders,
attack. Intruder alert, everything
Right.
goes to crazy there. But Yelena's performance, the voice acting of going into
shooting Greece when he
how
was calling
much-
them the island devils
That
and
was
all that
so
stuff.
crazy.
Oh man, I love villainous virtues when they're brought in, right? Because Yelena, it's like, okay, she is a psycho, she is crazy, right?
She has
like,
drunk the Kool-Aid.
yep. But and yet, when one of her underlings is like, "Oh, how dare you are all, you never shut up about that spawn of the devil whore or whatever," right?
Yep. But then goes on to talk about how we're going to basically make,
They will be revered as gods.
Yeah, make basically,
Become
Niccolo,
as
if you
gods.
and Sasha even were here around and stuff, you would never procreate any, anyone. That would be a dead end for your love. Yeah. It would mean ultimately just you'd have a nice little...
But it's nice and
nice little
peaceful,
time
right?
to-
It's a nice, peaceful way for it to go on. And then the whole idea of like, well, wait, what about when everyone's just like old and feeble and can't defend themselves? People aren't going to leave them alone. It's like, oh, but Historia is about to give birth to a descendant.
Yeah,
and then
then
they can have the founding titan,
Yeah.
and as long as they live, which will be about the same as everyone else. And
I really want to know what was the instigating factor behind that, because
or they can keep passing it on to their
right,
descendants.
because I don't think it's just something as innocuous as some random person coming through there, like to just flirt with her and then they end up together and having a kid. I feel like it was very much something where it was either manipulated in some way to make sure that she has a kid,
Sure.
which totally seems plausible, or it's something even more in a lot of ways.
And when we saw Historia, with the bun in the oven and everything, like on the farm in the chair, she didn't look happy.
No,
Like
she did not look
she
happy.
she had the anime like dead eyes kind of.
She looked grim at best.
Yeah, right.
At best.
Yeah.
Like, it's the kind of thing of where she's like realizing either the seriousness of this with just like a, or it's like even worse, probably.
Right, some kind of crazy despair or something.
Yeah,
like
exactly,
that. Yeah.
exactly. But holy shit. The bit with Pieck, I bought it.
Yeah,
bought it.
don't
She
you?
did
Yeah, it's
so well.
The
at making
motivations
sure.
with their dad and everything like that, and
Yeah.
and the whole idea that I love when Eren brings it up. He's like, no, you guys are supposed to reclaim the founding titan, because imagine what would happen if she did kill Eren, right? And then all of a sudden the founding titan goes to some random unborn Eldian child, right? Like, yeah, the founding titan wouldn't be around for a while, so it's kind of like killing the avatar, right? It's
Right.
like, okay, that's helpful, but at the same time, no, then you have no idea who has it. Like, that is terrifying.
Yeah.
That is actually awful. Like, no, you do not want that. So
Good grief.
Yep.
But guys, we've got ourselves a battle.
Yes.
It's also Battle for Shiganshina 2.0 as well.
Isn't that
like season
interesting?
3. Oh my god. Oh
it
my
ends
god.
where it begins,
Yeah.
Assuming
And-
that this is even the end.
Yeah, and depending on how long ago Zeke got picked up, Zeke could be well on his way. I mean,
sure.
like, very close.
Yeah. Also,
So we're basically dealing with something that's the equivalent of a ticking time bomb.
So, last thing I want to talk about from this episode, just
Yeah.
not really me talking about it, but I want to hear what you think about it.
Yeah.
The whole bit where Eren goes to Gabby and then is like, if you
Yes.
want to save Falco.
What was he doing there?
It's like,
What was it originally about?
What's going on? Like,
Right. So he goes there and he's like, if you want to save Falco, come with me, or like, I know the way to save Falco.
Yeah, something like that. It's the I'm going to want you to do something or whatever,
Right. It was such a strange combination. If you want to save Falco, help me.
Yeah.
It seems like such a strange thing for him to be here and then so immediately have Pieck show up. Like,
Right.
Like-
It almost seemed like, oh, I'm going to have you do something really important, but then all of a sudden we get interrupted. Like, it felt
Right.
very sort of like if Armin is trying to, like, trick Yelena, like that kind of a situation where
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
got a plan, and then, oh, wait. something goes on.
Like, what is the actual thing that Eren could get from her, from Gabby, that he couldn't get from anyone else here? I think what it is it's just that he
saw a kindred spirit?
Or he knows that she would care about Falco.
Sure, okay.
So what I think it is that Eren is, you know, in his probably like 5D chess kind of thing here, is he's basically thinking like, okay, we're probably going to have a fight here soon. Things are going to go to shit. Like, that's probably where he's like...
There's a high likelihood.
There's a high likelihood that I'm not going to be able to get to Zeke without some craziness. Falco, what do you know? He got the wine in him there. Falco is in the OP... No, it's not the OP, the ED. And he had his whole bit in the beginning there, which apparently was some Isayama thing that still angers me to this day.
It does. I know it does.
But I want these two, Gabby and Falco, to just be able
make
to
it through
all this shit. Like,
and right now, Gabby's freaking handcuffed to Pieck. Like
I think that's amazing.
That's amazing. Like thing, because Pieck cares about Gabby. You know.
Wait. Then it won't be 3-on-3. It'll be 3-on-2.
Sure.
Pieck won't transform.
Yeah. That seems like a problem, doesn't it?
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
So did Eren actually do like a giga brain?
Actually, really genius here, and he's like, actually, hold on. Click.
There we go.
Easy. All the pieces just fall together now. I know this is the part where I say, when's the next episode?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I know when it's coming. And I had to wait 9 months for that.
Thank you so much for your service. Keep going. You're doing great. And don't worry at all about the 9 months. You just give it.
No, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. The code for this one will be...
Comrades?
I think... where is the enemy? Or the enemy is right there?
The enemy? Or
the enemy. Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
The enemy. Yeah.
All right. I like it.
The code is the enemy. The comment will be paths ahead. 9 months.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh boy, that'll be interesting.
Yeah. Y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. Yeah, you want to see the full-length timer version reaction to this discussion where you sync up your footage with our timer, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. Any level of support there gets you access to our Discord where you can chat with us and the community there about Attack on Titan as a show. There's stuff for manga people, and we talk about other anime in general. And also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
Yes, we stream every weekday. Info's in the description. Also, I'm going to be doing a manga catch-up stream once the final chapter comes out, which is on April 9th. The stream will be very soon after that, so stay tuned for that info.
So go follow our Twitch channel. Like, go now. Follow it so you can get
that's going to be crazy.
His manga reactions and all that.
Yep.
But yeah, any that interests you, we'll see you there. Until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.